So I spent over 28 years in the beauty industry, working, like you said, in brands like L'Oreal, but also Pantene, Herbal Essences, Head and Shoulders. And I remember sitting in those marketing meetings or R&D meetings, and we would always have briefs that would say target women 18 to 44. And I remember I would always joke about the fact that, what happens with women after 45, they disappear, and it was kind of like a joke in the room. And then over the years, the joke wasn't as funny anymore as it was me. And then I always thought about that. And then when I left, I decided to leave L'Oreal, and I was supposed to retire, which I was definitely not ready to do. That's when it hit me. There is such a big space for this demographic that nobody is really addressing. And at the same time, I was experiencing so many changes in my skin and my hair that I thought there's got to be a solution for this, and there definitely is a market. And that's how Better Not Younger started.
Your product assortment now focuses on hair care and specifically attractive categories within hair care, things like hair health. How have you thought about your product assortment and the types of products that you're creating for women?
Sure. So as we hit our 40s, more or less, we start seeing the first rays, right? And that's kind of the first sign. But what most women don't realize, that's just one thing that you're seeing. There's a whole lot more going on that it's impacting the hair. So you're going to have hair that is becoming thinner because your follicles are shrinking. Your hair is becoming more brittle, it's drier because your body's producing less sebum, which are the natural oils that coat the hair. There's a number of things that are going on, and they kind of all impact you as you get into perimenopause and menopause, right? And so when we developed the line for Better Not Younger, we really tried to think about all those facets of change that are happening, that occur at the scalp level, at the hair level, and also at the inner health level. Because one thing that impacts hair very, very much, and maybe many of us didn't know that before, is what you eat, and if you supplement your vitamins and your iron, magnesium, and so on. It's very important for hair because hair needs those nutrients to grow healthy. So when we designed the line, we created products that would help the scalp. And why is that important? Because that's the only place really where the hair is still alive and you can impact it. So we have products that are going to nourish your follicles, stimulate your follicles, nourish the scalp.
And as a woman in the beauty and wellness industry, what do you see as some of the biggest challenges that women face today as it relates to their health and wellness?
Yeah, well, the biggest challenge I would say is that aging is a process that's happening to all of us, and there is such little information about it. Every day, I think it's 6,000 women enter menopause, and many of them don't have anywhere to go. For the most part, doctors are not even trained to discuss menopause and what's going on. So the issue for many years has been, you put it under the carpet, or you just don't talk about it, it's taboo. And now I think that's what's really changing. But the challenge continues to be is the education around how do I improve my life, the quality of my life, and the way I look and the way I feel. So creating those opportunities for women to learn about it, to have, their doctors tell them what to do, even your stylist to share some of these changes and how you should treat your hair. Because if you keep using the same products you were using in the 20s and your 30s, they're not going to work.
And I believe Better Not Younger is the first hair care brand founded to focus on women over 40, which is incredible that it's the first, and we're now here in 2022. You and I were chatting yesterday about older women in advertisements, and you said something that really stuck with me, that women over a certain age are portrayed on TV, in commercials, in advertisements. They're either gardening, they're either taking care of their grandkids, or they're on some fun European cruise vacation. How do you think about shining a different light on this population
Absolutely. When I started developing Better Not Younger and thinking about it, first of all, the reason why I called it Better Not Younger is precisely because I wanted to, um, have that voice of women that don't really want to look younger or be younger. They feel they are in a great place in their lives. They have maybe financial, support that they didn't have before. They don't have the same responsibilities, but they may still be at their peak of their careers. They may be dating again. They may be running marathons. They're certainly doing a lot more than gardening. For me, that is really the purpose of Better Not Younger, is to really help change the narrative around women and aging, inspire women to live the life however they wish to live their lives, not the way society is telling you that you should live your life. And then the other thing is they are super savvy. We tend to dismiss their digital capabilities and things like that. Well, 80% of the traffic that comes to my website comes through iPhones. Smartphones, and the majority are iPhones, by the way. And they are buying online. It's not like they can't do it. They're following Instagram, and they're on Facebook, and they are now starting to get into TikTok. So they are modern. They're there with times. That's for sure one thing. They are also very conscious about what products they use. They read a lot of back labels. And that was actually something that surprised me, how much they know about ingredients. And if you see the emails that they send us, they kind of ask them, why is this ingredient here? And is that going to be an issue because I'm taking such medication or whatever? So there is a level of understanding of what clean means and what having something that is safe for you means. That is really, really important, and they're very, very knowledgeable.
There's been an increasing focus from the consumer on buying brands that represent her and her values, and she really needs to see herself in the brand and believe in the brand's mission in order to have a strong connection with the brand. Are there other trends in wellness or beauty that you're keeping an eye on, that you're focused on, or that you're excited about over the next several years?
Sure. I think, the wellness market in general is booming. The whole notion of self-care has really, taken a different meaning during COVID and after COVID. And then people want to have a more balanced approach to beauty, like simple routines, simple ingredient list, uncomplicated, transparent, full disclosure. And that is really where we want to go. We also know that there are a number of things that we could be bringing to her that are unique for her age group, because again, most brands, most categories are designing for millennials or Gen Zs, and they continue to ignore the older population. So it's not just understanding her, but also testing with her. I would bet money that most of the market research or consumer research that is done by big companies is really done amongst women 30 to 40 or 25 to 35, and hardly ever testing is done amongst women that are in her 60s, perhaps.
As you think about the future, as you think about this year and next year, what's next for Better Not Younger?
Wow. Well, Better Not Younger, we went into brick and mortar for the first time back in September, so at Ulta, and we're in over 700 stores. So for us, consolidating that, making sure that women see us on the shelf for the first time and are able to interact with the brand, how the brand is shown to her is one of our top priorities. But we want to continue to build a relationship with our other partners, like obviously Sephora and HSN and even Amazon. So the brand has really become omni-channel, and that is a huge milestone for us. And it's really the focus of everything we do this year.